Welcome to Proud Chocolate once again. For those of you who are new followers of mine, I am very grateful unto you. Thank you for your contributions, your comments. I really appreciate everything I do here. I do from my heart, and it's meant only for good, for positivity. You have your opinions, I have mine, but I only share what I have or what I know so that somebody somewhere may be blessed or may learn a thing or two or may have a tip or two. Just somebody. If it's not you, maybe somebody else. So just take it easy, listen. Even to the longer videos, they have really good teachings. That's why they go for so long.
Number one Kenya mzima, East Africa, mambo ni hapa. Kila kitu ni tamu zaidi.
When you're keen on my topics and my discussions, I'm normally more on the young people, the youth, because I feel like you are the ones who could still learn something from us who are already experienced, because people who are older than me have different experiences that may make them not be interested in what I'm saying. But I still appreciate each and every person who is older than me and who listens and passes those messages to the younger ones, because that's my mission here. So, we have a lot of Nigerians in this country. Nigerians are everywhere in this world. They vary, they're not all the same. We have Igbos, the men, Igbo boys, that's how we call them. They can waste your time. They are survivors. They know how to dodge and dilly-dally. They are lifeists. They are strong. They don't care. They are not afraid of authority. They are not afraid of police. But they're also very loving. Kenyans are just different from Nigerians. Kenyans are more yo-yos, a bit lazy, a bit softer, a bit European American. Nigerians, the Nigerian men here, they normally just are looking for black vagina, black ass to just have fun with while away from their wives. They will love you. They will provide for you, but they will take you nowhere. Only 5 out of 25 may marry you after maybe making you pregnant. Mostly it's just pregnancy actually. And if it's marriage, it's only marriage in Europe, but they'll never take you to Nigeria. If you want a Nigerian, have him for the money, for your extra things, for fun, for going out, but knowing that he's taking you nowhere. He's taking you nowhere. The only thing they can do to you, especially here in Germany, because they know if you get pregnant in Germany, it's rare for you to be sent back home. But only if that pregnancy is maybe at 8 months, that is when you can survive staying here. But how will you now stay? You have been given pregnancy with a Nigerian who doesn't have a life here in Germany. They move from house to house. They have this kind of bag that I used to have. Let me show you my bag that I used to have when I was still hustling in Germany. I'm no longer hustling in that way. I'm hustling now towards my retirement. This bag of mine is not the exact one that I used to have. I named my bag like this one, Sijui Nitalala Wapi. When I came here first, I came as a maid. I used to have my off days on weekend. But because I was so tired of staying within this family from Monday to Friday, I had to find a place to go over the weekend. My first family, 3 months in Stuttgart, I did have Kenyan friends. But when I moved, I ran away and came to Hamburg. I got Kenyan girls. This city is small and, it's central. Where cheap shops are is just one area. Where African shops and Asian shops are is just one area. So you just meet Kenyans or Nigerians. So I got some group of Kenyans and we would come together to one Kenyan's house over the weekend. And you never know whether you're welcomed or not. Maybe you go this weekend, the next weekend, maybe you made trouble last weekend, so you're not welcome. Then you don't know utalala wapi. So when I leave on my family on weekend, on Friday evening, I don't know where I'm going to sleep. I don't know whether I'm going to end up on the streets. I don't know whether I'm going to sleep at this girl's house or that girl's house. I don't know whether I'm going to stay out in a club. I don't know where I'm going to sleep. But all I know is that I'm not going back to that house until Sunday evening. So I had a bag like this. It had my whole life in it, and I walked with it everywhere. Now Nigerians, not all of them, but the Igbo boys are also that Sijui Nitalala Wapi. They really don't have a status. They are refugees who are registered in a village, maybe because it's easier to get refugee asylum in a village than in a city, but they want to do business. Maybe they have come here with people's passports, but they have money because they sell drugs. I watch TV, hear news, and I see them being caught every day. But because that is their way of surviving, because they know they're not strong when it comes to going to to universities here. They're not stronger when it comes to learning the language. They're stronger when it comes to hustling. They fill containers and send home. Things that us Kenyans find, oh no, that's too difficult for me to do. Aki, it's ningumu. And that's why there are many Igbo boys in Hamburg, because Hamburg has the second largest port in the whole of Europe. This is where all containers going out to the world, to China, to Africa, to Mombasa, to where? They all come from Hamburg and Rotterdam. And so Nigerians, the Igbo boys who are really, in their heads, they're businessmen. They are all concentrated here. When they're doing their deals, they don't want people to know about it. So they dress well, they love big life. They survive with it. And they have their groups, some of the few of them who have maybe good businesses here, like Afro shops or maybe restaurants, who came here cleanly and who has peppers. They will accumulate there and do their deals from those places. Maybe he buys a house or he rents a big house, and in this house, the bedroom, the kitchen is all rented out to fellow Nigerians who don't have peppers. So these fellow Nigerians who don't have peppers, because during the day, they don't have a place to be because the owner of the house maybe is not there. They have to hang around somewhere as they do their drugs. They look for girls. And as Kenyan girls, especially the young ones, we are very disparate to please our people back at home. We are very disparate. But we don't have the money, because when you came, the money you came to get here is just a pocket money. If you're given accommodation in the organization or the family, and they give you ticket for train, then you just give a little money for pocket money, because it is, it's an organized thing. And you're not even allowed to work elsewhere, because when you come, you get a work permit for only that organization or that family. So you need money to lift up your mother's lifestyle a bit up, You need some money to make sure that your family back in Kenya are being recognized as the mother or the family of the lady who is in Germany or abroad. The Nigerian men here, they're young. They're not old. They are fathers, yes, but they're not like the sponsors we have in Kenya, for example. People's fathers, these are people's fathers, yes, but those children are not here. If you find those that are here, are just that they impregnated white ladies here. I'm sorry to say that, not in a bad way, but we have a certain group of women here in Germany. Obesity, they cannot work, they've already been given early retirement, They want love, but they can't get it from normal German men, because German men love slim girls, the Hartz-IV group. So what do? They get these Nigerians, and these Nigerians, they know what they want. You know what they want? They just want a stay. And these men, Nigerians, normally people say they have very big dicks. Oh my God. And then already cut. Hey, the German won't leave. So they use them, they don't love them, but you'll find a Nigerian man, a very handsome man, working with some fat, no future woman. Why? Because he knows what he wants. He wants to stay. He wants a way to stay here. But he has his family where? In Nigeria. But he has to survive here. To survive here, or to get at least straight papers to do some other straight works, he has to get a woman to get pregnant. And when a German woman gets pregnant with a Nigerian, they'll try their best to make sure that they get for this Nigerian a stay. So this Nigerian, because he knows very well, he's not really happy with the situation he is in, this love. He loves his child, he loves his children with the white lady. But he's just, Nigerians just love black ass. They just love black ladies. What do? They start running around our Kenyan girls who are young, sweet, but they know nothing about life abroad. All they're focusing on is to stay, and they need money. So they'll be moving around with these young girls, giving them money, pumping money in them, pumping. If you find a good Nigerian, they'll tell you, young girl, you are my baby, yeah? But please look for a German man to marry you. The right ones tell you that. Me, I cannot marry you, but you're my baby, okay? Because they believe if you're married to a German, then you're single in their eyes. Because even them, they're single. Their wives should be black, not white. That is how they believe it. So they'll be giving you money. But if you are so naive and so new in this life, you think this guy loves me, he'll marry me, because now he has a mixed race child. You believe he has papers. Not knowing that papers take time to get. Even if you give how many women pregnancy here, or you get pregnant 1,001 times, that your child will only get the visa like you're being given visa, because they are not Germans. Naive girls, young girls, they don't know that. Then they just think, oh, we are going to paper. He has paper. He was married to a German and they have 2 kids. And so, atanipatia paper. He loves me very much. He loves you, yes. Nigerians can love. Igbo boys can love. Love. But they're taking you nowhere. What they can do with you is to use you to transport those drugs. They will offer you an amount of money that you cannot resist, but they will not tell you what they want you to do. And Nigerian will tell you, do you have visa? Yeah. How long is your visa valid? Then you will say, my visa was just extended the other day. It's still going for 9 months. So you can travel Schengen, or can do, yes, I can go to Italy, I can go to Spain, but I have to come back. I can only go for visit. Okay, baby. Now you are the right one. I want to send you to my sister in Finland because we are busy working. You go and get me something. I'll pay for your flight, and you even come back tomorrow straight away. And once you reach back here, I'll give you 1,000 euro. 1,000 euro is 100,000 Kenyan shillings. When you hear that and the way you've been suffering, 100,000 cash within a day, what would you do? You go. You transport drugs and you don't know. Maybe they've fixed something in your bag and you don't know, or you fixed something in your jeans, you don't know. You thought, hey, baby took me to the airport, I'm going to Finland to visit the sister. You get to the airport, even before you can penetrate the security, you are going to jail. Because the only thing about money is you don't really love yourself. You love money more. If you ever heard of a Nigerian trying to send you out of the country you're based in, they're sending you to go and get them drugs. They don't mean it bad, they don't mean to harm you, but they have no choice. They know very well Kenyans love to live a straight life. And that is true. As Kenyans are the best foreign people here who don't like living black. Black to mean without peppers. We love to have our visas. And Nigerians know that. And they know how we love money, and how we love fashion, and how we love to show off. So they will offer you all the money you want. Because their drugs, if they land here safely, they're going to get triple out of that. So don't risk it. That is how it is with them. Befriend your Nigerians, befriend them. They're very good, they can help you. But don't depend on them for marriage. Don't depend on them for papers. And be keen that they don't send you anywhere. Not even to another city to go and visit a brother of theirs. It's always nothing but getting them drugs. So beware of that. I'm not saying all of them, but most of them. The comfortable Nigerians who have nothing to do with that are very successful back in their country. Those who are working in the city 24 hours here in Hamburg, either they are landlords of drug dealers or they are themselves drug dealers. If you have a boyfriend who has a business in a basement somewhere, run, baby, run. Because when they catch him, they'll catch you too. And nowadays, there's a department of police in Germany, especially here in Hamburg. They get information and they follow you, even the girlfriend, even the sister. They will follow you for even months, and they know where you're going. But the day they'll get hold of you, you'll catch the day you were born. However much money they have, because they're really rich. The Nigerians are rich. Not all Nigerians, the Igbo boys. The ones from Yoruba and Hausa, they're normally a bit left behind. They really don't know how to make money like the Igbo boys. But be careful with the Igbo boy, because first of all, they're also very jealous. So if you want to start a relationship with a Nigerian, then you also have to be truthful with them, because they are brothers keepers. A Nigerian can never groove with a lady who belongs to another Nigerian here in Germany. Never. Especially in our city, Hamburg, never. They will keep watch of you. They'll be your watchman in every corner. When they see you with another Nigerian or black man, they'll report to their brother. And that is when problems can start. They can even slap you and beat you up. And you won't do anything with them because why? Because you're not married to them. How will you go start telling a police that this Nigerian slapped me? For what? And then, there's no way. If they give you money, use that money to pay for your translations of certificates. Know that there is a way you can stay here. If you come as an au pair, if you're keen enough and start early, you can get the next visa as social worker. They are needed. They are desperately in need of social workers here in Germany. Now, in the south of Germany, and that is in cities like Stuttgart, Kenyan girls who are new there tend to be lied to that the American soldiers who are there will take them to America, because most of the girls who come here as maids, they come with the mission of actually wanting to go to America. Desperately, they want to go to America or to Britain, UK. And then they hear about these American forces bases in central Germany, and in central Germany is British soldiers. And then South Germany is normally American base. These American soldiers, they will rape you. They will use you. Because they have left their families and they've been so far away from their families for long. They have families back in America. And they as soldiers are not allowed to carry you with them because they came in line of work to Germany. Then They have the visas for work. You don't have the visa for work. You'll go sleep with them. You think, oh, nimepata American soldier boyfriend. Aki, now you're bragging to your friends. You're bragging. I know that because even me when I was in Stuttgart, I had a group of girls who always asked me to go with them to church on Sunday at the American barracks. Why? Because their mission was not to pray, but to get an American soldier, to make them pregnant or to take them with them to America. But we have a lot of half-castes in Germany who were brought forth by American soldiers. They impregnated a lot of German women here and left them. We have a lot of stories on some TV channels, on some programs, where these mixed kids are looking for their fathers, and most of them are American soldiers. So my African young girls who are coming to Germany, because you have a chance to come, like I've told you, there is a chance. If you can do social work, especially take care of the old people, do nursing. Even you people who are working at Nairobi Hospital and Russia and wherever, if you have experience in nursing, and you're still young enough, and you can prove that your children are older enough that you don't need to bring them to Germany, then you can learn German language, then apply with those papers and experiences you have, apply to work in a nursing home in Germany. You will get more money and you might become happy. It is there, it's very, very possible. The British soldiers who are based here in Sele, especially our Kenyan ones, most of them are Kenyans, they are using young girls here because when they come here, on weekends they go to different cities to party. Then they meet these young, small, beautiful girls who are still fresh. They start speaking with them Swahili and then they tell them, you know, I'm a soldier, I'm in the British Army. You hear British Army, Kenya. You're just seeing England in your eyes. England, UK, Brexit, that's what you're seeing. Those people, before they get to that British Army, they have hustled. Some of them came through Germany, ended up in the UK visiting somebody, married somebody there, or got people pregnant. That is how they ended up in the British Army. So they are not single, and they will not be allowed to take you with them to the UK. I've seen a lot of my friends who have been lied to by our Kenyan brothers in the British Army. Please, if you want to party with them, party. If you want to do, but don't get pregnant with them and don't be lied to that they'll take you to Britain. They will not. They will use you and dump you. God said, remind them even if they know. All of you whose parents have been writing me in the inbox, my daughter is in Germany, in Hamburg, they're doing this and they don't know what to do next. I hope you're listening. There's nothing else I have in private that I can tell you that I can't tell you publicly here. Listen, there are opportunities. You don't have to hurry for marriage. Marriage will come at the right time. If God sees that this girl has no other choice but to get pregnant, they'll give you the right person. Pregnancy is easy to get. Just fucking and getting a child, very easy. But now, surviving the whole pregnancy with such a status is hard. Secondly, if you manage to stick here with that pregnancy of yours, even if you get help from the people who help in Germany, when the child is born, now taking care of that child will turn you into a mad person. You don't see somebody stand out there and you say, oh, Aki is cute. Aki, your son is cute. I also want to have a mixed race child. Oh my God, there's something they're not telling you. The pictures they're putting for you on Facebook, that is not the real thing. The real thing, become friends with them, they'll tell you. Taking care of a child in this foreign country where your mother or father is not there, your cousin is not there, you are alone. You can run mad. However much you love your child, you can throw them in the dustbin. It is difficult, and the rules and the processes and the way you have to herd them like chicken and like cows. You have to go with them everywhere. Oh my God. Chill. Take it easy. Take your time until you get a husband or a man that can help you take care of that child. Don't just get pregnant aimlessly. May God bless you guys. Until next time.
Proud chocolates.
It's a finished business.